If you send quotes to customers, then hear nothing. No yes, no no, just silence. This is for you. Most contractors assume that the client ghosted because of the price. But in many cases, it's not the price. It's the uncertainty. Your quote may be accurate, but it's not easy to accept. When the homeowner reads a quote and still has to figure out what's included when the job happens and how to move forward, they delay. And the delay looks exactly like ghosting. So in this video, I'm going to give you a simple quote process that makes it easier for the customer to say yes. It is 3 steps and it works across most contractors and trades. Step 1 is a 1-sentence scope. Step 2 is the scheduling options. And step 3 is 1 closing question. And then I will give you the follow-up message to send 1 hour after your quote, and that gets the people to respond. Let's start with the real problem. Most quotes are written like they're documenting work for yourself. Lines of items, technical language, lots of detail, then a vague ending like, let me know what you think. That style may be thorough, but it creates a ton of friction. The customer reads it and then thinks, okay, what exactly am I getting? Then, when would this happen? Then, what do they want me to do next? If you do that and nobody answers the questions clearly, the customer postpones the decision, and as soon as they postpone it, another contractor gets the job, or they simply stop replying to you. Your goal is to reduce the uncertainty and move the customer into a simple decision. Here's the 3-step quote structure. Step 1, one sentence scope. This is the single most underrated part of the quoting. Your quote should begin with 1 sentence in plain language that describes the job outcome. Not a paragraph, not a list of 10 bullets, 1 sentence. Think of it like this. If the customer could only read 1 line, would they clearly understand what they're buying? Here are the generic examples that you can adapt to almost any trade. Complete blank work at blank location and leave the area clean and ready for use. Or replace or install blank item and confirm everything is working properly before completion. Or repair blank issue, test performance, and ensure the result meets the agreed expectation. The point is not to remove detail forever. The point is just to lead with clarity. You can still include those notes and line items later, but the first thing they see should be the job outcome in 1 sentence. Because a quote that starts with clarity feels professional and easy to approve. Now step 2, 2 scheduling options. This step alone fixes a huge percentage of ghosting. Most contractors end a quote with something like, let me know what you think, or how you want to move forward, or tell me when you want to schedule. That seems polite, but it puts the planning burden on the customer. They have to check their calendars, think about timing, talk to the spouse, and decide if they want to move forward. That turns into, I will get back with you, which turns to silence. Instead, you give them the 2 specific options. You say, if you want to move forward, I can get you on the schedule Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Thursday at 2 p.m. Which works better? Or even I have an opening at Friday, afternoon, Monday, morning. Which do you prefer? Notice what happens there? You didn't ask them to plan. You gave them the simple choice. In the psychology, you move them through a big decision planning phase. Should I do this? To a smaller decision, which slot do I want? Even if they can't do either time, they're now responding with something concrete like, neither works for me. Do you have something next week? That response is a win because the conversation is alive and moving towards a booking. Now step 3, 1 closing question. This is where many quotes fail. Contractors often end with multiple questions like, do you have any questions? Do you want to move forward? When do you want to schedule? Should I send paperwork? That's too much. It creates decision fatigue and the customer does not want to respond to. Instead, with 1 closing question that requires a simple reply, here are a few options. Would you like me to lock one of those times? Or should I put you on the schedule? Do you want to move forward as written? Or if you use deposits, should I send the deposit link to confirm the booking? 1 question, clear next steps, and 1 easy response. Now let's talk about the follow-up message that gets replies. Because even with a strong quote, some customers do not respond right away. The mistake contractors make is either following up immediately, which feels pushy, or waiting until several days, which is too late. A reliable timing about 1 hour after you send the quote Not because you're desperate, because it keeps the momentum while your quote is still fresh in their inbox. Here's a follow-up message. You send, just sent the quote. Quick question. Do you prefer Tuesday at 10 a.m. or Thursday at 2 p.m.? That's it. Short, specific, choice-based. And if you didn't include the 2 times in the quote, use this version. Just send on the quote. If you want to move forward, I can do day and time or day and time. Which do you prefer? This is because it's not checking, and it's not like a check-in message. It's a forward-moving question that makes responding easy. Now I'm going to add 2 extra rules just to make the whole system work even better. Rule 1, separate pricing from close. If you send pricing and immediately ask, do you want to book something like on the future, customers feel pressured. Others feel like they need to negotiate, and then they get shut down. Instead, present the quote clearly and then give them a scheduling option and then ask for the closing question. If it feels like the process and not pressure, you're doing it right. Rule 2, remove vague language. Vague language and words kill conversations. Instead of sometime next week, give those 2 times. Instead of let me know, ask the 1 question. Instead of we can probably give you a clear next step. Because professional communication is a specific communication. So here's your challenge. The next time you send a quote, do not send it the old way. Use this new structure. Start with 1 sentence scope, then present your price, then offer 2 scheduling options. Then end the 1 closing question. And 1 hour later, send your follow-up message that asks them to choose, text or email. If you apply this consistently, you'll get more replies, more scheduled jobs, fewer customers disappearing after your quotes. And if you want, comment the word quote. I'll provide you a simple checklist you can copy into your phone so you never forget that structure. That's the process. 1 sentence, 2 options, 1 question, then 1 hour follow-up. Use it in your next quote and watch how often the conversation keeps moving instead of ghosting and silent. If you have any more questions, follow up with us at strategicstartups.online, or if you want a quicker way to do your quotes, come visit us at Quick Quote AI and we'll get you set up for a quick PDF ready to go quotes. Take care.